Hi, first graders. Today we're going to read the book called Vote by Eileen Cristolo. Suppose your town is about to choose a new mayor. How will you do it? You'll vote. And first graders, this book has a lot of speech bubbles, so as I read the speech bubbles, I'll point to it so you can see who's speaking. Elmer, what are we doing here? This is a rally, Sparky. We're asking people to vote for Chris for mayor. I'm Chris Smith, candidate for mayor. I hope you'll vote for me. Chris Smith is the best. She's my mom. Those people want to vote for Bill Brown. Vote? What's that? Voting is a way to choose. You can vote for favorite books, movie stars, candy bars, or even puppies. And this right here shows how Chris Smith's family decided which dog to get. How the Chris Smith family voted for their dog, Elmer. 8 years ago, when I was a puppy at the dog pound, the Smiths came along. Looking for a puppy? They couldn't decide between me and the poodle, so they voted. I vote for the mutt. No, the poodle. Vote for the poodle, Angela. Mutt. So you see how 2 of them voted for the mutt and 1 for the poodle. But they could have flipped a coin. Heads, the mutt, tails, the poodle. Tails for the poodle, that's not fair. Why not? Because 2 people wanted me, only 1 wanted the poodle. Voting was the way to find out what the most people wanted, me. Does that mean 1 person didn't like you? Well, you can't please all the people all the time, but I think I've grown on her. So if Chris gets the most votes, she'll be mayor. What does the mayor do? The mayor is the leader of the city. Let's go help Chris find some votes. If someone wants to be elected mayor, she needs to convince as many people as possible to vote for her. You have my vote. I'm going to vote for Brown. Growl. You can't vote for Brown. Sparky, stop that. This country is a democracy. That means people have a right to vote for whoever they want. I'm Angela. I hope you'll vote for my mom. Gosh, I never vote. Our measly votes won't make a difference. Many people just don't vote. Why not? Maybe they think their vote is like a little drop of water in an enormous ocean. Their vote is only 1 out of many, many votes. But sometimes the winner of an election is decided by just a few votes. If people don't vote, they're letting everyone else decide for them. Well, I wish I could vote, but kids can't vote until they're 18. Suppose you couldn't vote. Everyone has a right to vote, if they want to. But when this country started, only white men who owned property could vote. That would leave me out. Who decided who could vote? When this country began, the Founding Fathers wrote a constitution. It said how we would govern ourselves. It said people should vote, but it didn't say who could vote. That was left to each state to decide, and that was a problem. The states made unfair rules about who could vote. The Constitution doesn't say women can vote. It doesn't say only men can vote either. Women just don't understand these things. I don't own land, but I have a right to vote. The Constitution doesn't say Black people can't vote. Hey, I just traveled back to 1789. Angry people protested. They wrote letters, they held rallies, they made speeches, were arrested, went on hunger strikes. Some were even hurt by trying to claim their right to vote. But it took many years, 4 amendments to the Constitution, and several new laws before all citizens 18 years or older were allowed to vote. It took almost 80 years for Black men to win the right to vote. I want to come home. It was 130 years before all women could vote. Maybe we should vote. This kid should run for mayor. I'm going to run for president when I grow up. Oh, don't forget to register to vote. There's a booth here at the rally. Elmer, can dogs register to vote? Are you kidding? If you want to vote, you need to register. Where? At your town office. Or you can download a registration form from the internet. Or you might even find a booth set up at a shopping mall or at a political rally. Name, address, age, political party. I don't know if I want to join You don't have to join a party. Why doesn't she want to go to a party? It's not a birthday party, it's a political party. Do you want to join a political party? You've probably heard of the Democrats and the Republicans, but you could join the Green Party, the Libertarians, the America First Party, or the Progressives, to name just a few. Or you could be independent and not join any party at all. Political parties are like clubs for voters who share similar ideas. Ideas about what? About government, schools, healthcare, environment, stadiums. Is there a party that thinks dogs should vote? Oh, brother, you have a one-track mind. I know. Before you vote, you'll need to find out about the different candidates. How? Read newspapers, watch TV news, listen to the radio, or surf the internet. Do you agree with their ideas? This says Chris Smith wants to build new schools. I agree. There's Bill Brown, the other candidate, saying we need a stadium. How do we know if Chris will be a good mayor? She lets us sleep on the couch. That's important. You might have a chance to hear the candidates debate. We need new schools. Classes are being held in the halls. There you go again, spending our money. So first graders, here are some thought bubbles. So these are things that people, they're not saying it, they're thinking it. So let's see what everybody is thinking while they're watching the debate. This person's thinking, I hate his tie. I like Smith. He's being mean to my mom. Why are there dogs here? Right on, Brown. Can I ask a question? Quiet. Sparky? Woof, woof. Why can't dogs vote? Hey, get that mutt out of here. Beat it, mutt. Uh-oh. I guess dogs can't ask questions. Wait, Bill. I'll take him. Is this your dog? Yes. Elect Chris Smith, and this town will go to the dogs. The next morning. Oh dear, all the news is about Sparky. There's nothing about what I said. No one will vote for me. Mom, you rescued Sparky from mean Bill Brown. People loved you. Wow, Angela's right. This new poll says more people will vote for Smith, especially dog lovers. I just wanted to ask why dogs can't vote. You're in the doghouse, Buster. Before an election, everyone tries to guess who will win. Pollsters ask some of the voters whom they're planning to vote for. Then they estimate who will be the winner. But voters can change their minds. Someone just called to ask who I'm voting for. And you said, maybe Brown. What? But Smith is so much better. That pollster should have asked me. How can you help your candidate win? You can volunteer to answer phones, call voters, address envelopes, or hand out flyers. Campaigns need lots of help. And they need lots of money to help pay for phones, computers, stamps, flyers, and bumper stickers. And most of all, ads and more ads. Where will they find the money? So right here, first graders, is Chris Smith's campaign office. So let's see what they're saying to each other. Do you need help? We sure do. We have to mail 14,000 letters by tonight. And she's talking on the phone saying, no, Sparky is not looking for a home. And this person saying, you'll give $100 to the Smith campaign? Thank you. We're hoping you'll vote for Chris Smith. So these people right here, first graders, they're calling voters. That's who they're on the phone with. Mom, we put address labels on 1,000 envelopes so far. Only 13,000 more to go. Let's get some ice cream. Bring some back for me. What do the letters say? Please vote for Chris Smith and please donate money. You might want to donate a few dollars to your favorite candidate's campaign. Or maybe you'll be invited to a fundraising dinner. Would you like to pay $250 for a fancy hamburger and a chance to meet the candidate? Remind me, why am I paying $250 for a hamburger? Smith's campaign needs money. Brown has a lot more money for ads. 100 people times $250. That will help. Sparky, that's a $250 hamburger. I deserve it. By the last week of the campaign, everyone is tired, but the candidates make more speeches, they shake more hands, and they run more and more ads. Maybe, just maybe, they will convince another few voters to vote for them. So here we see on the TV an ad. It says, Chris Smith wants to spend your money. See, we keep hearing Smith wants to spend all our money. That worries me. That's an ad for Brown. He's trying to worry us. And here's another ad on TV. So it says, save your money, vote for Bill Brown, honest, reliable, a nice guy. Honest? That ad isn't honest. Brown makes sense to me. Bill Brown's ads are lies, Mom. Well, not exactly. I do want to spend money on schools. He just doesn't mention that he wants to spend more money on a stadium. I don't get whose money do they want to spend. Everyone pays taxes to help pay for what the town needs. Roads, police, fire departments, schools, stadiums. What are you doing, Sparky? Shh, I'm calculating. 2 plus 3 equals 5 plus 7 equals 12. Smith's programs are cheaper. Finally, it's election day. I'm worried. Lots of these signs are for Brown. It's going to be a close election. Most voters are assigned to a particular place to vote, a school, a library, a church basement, wherever there is space for voting booths. What if you're away on voting day? You can get an absentee ballot in advance. Some places let people vote by mail or on the internet. A few places set up voting machines early. But however you vote, you get just one vote. You can't go back and vote again. Please sign in here. Your name? Dad, are you voting for Mom? He'd better vote for me. Why do they have to sign in? To check if they're registered and to make sure they vote only once. In most places, people use voting machines. Many cities and towns are replacing old machines with new electronic ones. But in very small towns, voters still mark paper ballots with a pencil. However you do it, you'll vote in a private booth. No one can see how you vote. There's lots to vote for. The mayor and city council, and a question. Should dogs be on leashes in public places? I finally decided, but don't ask. Votes are secret. He voted for Brown. You peeked? When the voting ends, the counting begins. Who will win? Stay close to your TV or radio to find out. Looks like Brown is winning. Oh no, but there are still lots more votes to count. Usually a few hours after the polls close, the winner is announced. Congratulations, Madam Mayor. And the winner is my mom. I'll be Mayor Dog. We won. We did it. Uh-oh. Brown wants a recount. I'll tell her. What's wrong? What if the election is won by only a few votes? The candidate who lost can ask that the votes be counted again. Then it could take a few days, or longer, to carefully recount the ballots and to find out who really won. I won by just 105 votes out of 35,000. That's why Bill Brown wants a recount. Recount? That's not fair. My mom won. But it is fair. If I lost the election by only 105 votes, I'd ask for a recount too. Brown wants to recount all the ballots that were mailed in. He wants to be sure all the new voting machines were working correctly. Do you think Chris will lose? She might. At last, the election is decided. In the end, someone does win and someone does lose. The votes have been recounted. Bill Brown was correct. Mistakes were made. Smith actually has 203 votes more than Brown. Almost half the voters don't want Chris to be mayor. Look at the bright side. Slightly more than half do want her. Brown lost. I guess we won't get a new stadium. But we might build new schools. I'm going to write a letter to Chris Smith and tell her why this town needs a new stadium. She needs to listen to all the voters. You aren't happy? You wish the other candidate had won? Well, remember, the mayor works for everyone, even the people who didn't vote for her. She'll need to listen to all the voters. After she is sworn in, the new mayor will have a few years to do her new job. What are they doing? Chris is being sworn in as mayor. I promise to do my best. I wonder if I'll be sworn in as Mayor Dog. Who says you get to be Mayor Dog? What about me? I'm older, wiser, and bigger, of course. I should be Mayor Dog. I think we should vote.